Modern cars today are smarter than ever, and somehow dumber than ever too. Manufacturers are obsessed with packing cars full of flashy, futuristic tech, even if that means destroying what actually matters: reliability and long-term lifespan. You buy a car hoping it'll last 10 years, but thanks to these innovative ideas, it starts falling apart faster than a cheap smartphone after an update. So today, let's talk about the stupid car features that might look fancy in ads, but in reality, only make your car less reliable, harder to maintain, and more expensive to repair. Let's dive right in. Feature 1. Touchscreen everything. Once upon a time, cars had real buttons. You could adjust the AC, change the radio, or open the vents without even looking down. It was simple, mechanical, and reliable. Now, everything is buried inside a touchscreen. You want to adjust the fan speed? That's 3 taps deep in a laggy menu. You want to turn on the defogger? Good luck when the screen freezes in winter. Sure, it looks modern, but touchscreens are fragile, distracting, and expensive to replace. One small crack, one software glitch, and half your car stops working. It's technology for the sake of technology, not for practicality or reliability. Feature 2. Automatic start-stop systems. You stop at a red light and the engine shuts off. Then it restarts the moment you take your foot off the brake. Sounds fuel efficient, right? Well, not really. This constant on-off cycling puts a massive strain on your starter motor, battery, and crankshaft. It saves you a few drops of fuel but shortens the life of your engine's most critical parts. It's one of those features that looks good on paper and helps car companies pass emission tests, but in real life, it's a nightmare for longevity. Feature 3. Electronic gear selectors. What was wrong with a simple mechanical gear lever? Now we have rotary knobs, touch panels, and even buttons for shifting gears. It might look sleek, but these shift-by-wire systems rely entirely on electronics. If the software glitches, you can't put the car in drive. Or worse, you can't even park it. And when they fail, repairs can cost hundreds of dollars. Just to replace something that used to be a simple stick and cable. Sometimes, simple is smarter. Feature 4. Keyless entry and push-start buttons. Keyless entry sounds like a luxury, until it stops recognizing your key fob. Then you're stuck waving it around like a magician, trying to start your car. Not only can these systems malfunction, but they're also easier to hack. Thieves can amplify your key signal from inside your house and drive off with your car in seconds. A good old-fashioned metal key might not have been fancy, but it worked every single time. Feature 5. Electric parking brakes. Why fix something that wasn't broken? Mechanical handbrakes were simple, strong, and you could fix them with basic tools. Electric parking brakes, they depend on sensors, wiring, and software. When they fail, you can't even release your car's brakes without a diagnostic tool. So much for convenience. Feature 6. Overly complex turbo engines. Turbochargers give you more power and efficiency, but they also make engines far more complicated and heat-sensitive. In the quest for better fuel economy, manufacturers are forcing small engines to produce huge power with turbos, and that means more heat, more wear, and more chances of failure. Without proper maintenance, a turbo engine can die before your warranty does. Feature 7. Cylinder deactivation systems. These systems turn off some engine cylinders to save fuel during light driving. It sounds smart, but it causes uneven engine wear, vibrations, and long-term damage if not perfectly tuned. It's one of those features that helps meet government fuel targets, but makes your car less reliable in the long run. Feature 8 automatic climate control sensors. You'd think a system that automatically adjusts your cabin temperature would make life easier. But when those sensors fail, and they do, your AC either freezes you to death or blows hot air no matter what. Replacing these sensors is costly, and sometimes you can't even override the system manually. Old rotary knobs and sliders were cheap, reliable, and never got software updates. Feature 9 lane keep assist and driver monitoring systems. These systems are supposed to keep you safe, but half the time they're just annoying. Your car starts beeping because you touched a lane line, or worse, it jerks the steering wheel mid-turn. These systems often malfunction in rain, snow, or faded road markings. And when they do, they make the driving experience worse, not better. Technology that second-guesses the driver isn't smart. It's frustrating and risky. Feature 10. Gesture controls. Waving your hand in front of a sensor to change volume or skip a song might look cool in a demo video. But in reality, it barely works. You wave to your friend in the passenger seat, and your car suddenly skips to the next track or mutes the radio. It's gimmicky tech that adds cost and complexity without offering any real benefit. Feature 11. Run flat tires. Run flat tires let you keep driving after a puncture, but they come with harsh ride quality and high replacement costs. They're heavier, wear out faster, and can't be repaired like regular tires. It's another innovation that sacrifices comfort and practicality for marketing hype. Feature 12. Fake engine sounds. This one's just ridiculous. Many modern cars now have fake engine noises pumped through the speakers to make driving feel sporty. Instead of real mechanical feedback, you're listening to digital sound effects, like a racing video game. Not only is it unnecessary, but it's also embarrassing. A car should sound powerful because it is powerful, not because a speaker says so. Feature 13. Massive rims and low-profile tires. They look cool, sure, but those giant 20-inch wheels and razor-thin tires destroy ride comfort, reduce lifespan, and make every pothole a disaster. They also bend easily and cost a fortune to replace. Bigger doesn't always mean better, especially when it comes to something that touches the road. Conclusion. At the end of the day, car manufacturers seem more interested in selling tech than building reliability. Every new feature adds one more thing that can fail, one more expensive repair down the line. The truth is, cars from the early 2000s might not have giant touchscreens or fancy sensors, but they had something today's cars lack: simplicity and trust. Sometimes the smartest innovation is knowing when to stop adding unnecessary ones. So next time you're shopping for a car, skip the overhyped tech package and choose the one with fewer gadgets and more guts, because in the long run, simple cars last longer. What do you think of these features? Let us know in the comment. Please like and subscribe for more content, and we will see you in the next video.